What if you could learn anything faster, remember it for longer, and actually use what you learn instead of forgetting it in a week? That's the promise of a powerful idea called superlearning. Today we're diving deep into the book Superlearning by Peter Hollins, a guide that completely changes how you think about learning. It's not about being a genius, it's about learning smarter, not harder. You see, learning is a skill, and just like any other skill, you can train it, improve it, and optimize it for incredible results. In his book, Peter Hollins breaks down exactly why most of us struggle to learn effectively. We spend hours reading, highlighting, and watching videos only to have the information vanish from our minds. The good news is, he also shows us exactly how to fix it. This isn't about natural talent or having a high IQ, it's about using the right systems, strategies, and habits to master any subject you want, way faster than you thought possible. So, let's walk through the most important ideas from the book in a simple, practical way that you can start using today. First, let's tackle the biggest reason why we learn so slowly. The first major idea in superlearning is that most people are passive learners. Think about it. We read a chapter without really focusing. We highlight entire paragraphs without thinking about what they mean. We binge-watch educational videos without ever applying the concepts. When we do this, information might enter our brain for a moment, but it disappears just as quickly. Hollins makes it crystal clear. Real, lasting learning only happens when your brain is active, not passive. To learn faster and remember more, you have to engage your brain deliberately and strategically. It's about being an active participant in your own education, not just a spectator. So, how do we become active learners? It all starts with the power of focused attention. This is one of the strongest points in the entire book. Your learning speed isn't limited by your intelligence, it's limited by your focus. If you're trying to learn while scrolling through your phone, answering emails, or with the TV on in the background, your brain simply cannot store information properly. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. Hollins strongly recommends using short, intense, and focused learning sessions instead of long, distracted ones. Seriously, 30 minutes of deep, uninterrupted focus is far more powerful than 3 hours of half-hearted, distracted studying. The takeaway here is simple, but life-changing. Protect your focus like it's gold. Turn off notifications, find a quiet space, and give your full attention to the task at hand. Your brain will thank you for it. The next core concept is learning with clear goals and intention. Most of us start learning a new topic without knowing exactly what we want to get out of it. We might say something vague like, I want to learn about marketing, but we don't define what success actually looks like. This is like setting off on a road trip without a destination. You'll just wander aimlessly. Hollins recommends setting crystal clear learning objectives before you even begin. Ask yourself specific questions. What exactly do I want to understand by the end of this session? What should I be able to explain to someone else? How will I apply this new knowledge in my life or work? When your brain knows the destination, it becomes a high-speed navigation system, absorbing the right information much more efficiently. It filters out the noise and focuses only on what matters to achieve your goal. Now for one of the most powerful and counterintuitive lessons in superlearning. Active recall beats rereading every single time. Rereading feels productive, doesn't it? We feel like we're reinforcing the knowledge. But in reality, it's one of the least effective ways to study. All it does is create a false sense of familiarity. Your brain remembers best when it's forced to retrieve information from memory, not just recognize it on a page. This is called active recall. So instead of reading a chapter over and over again, Hollins suggests you try this. After you read a section, close the book and try to summarize the key ideas from memory. Try teaching the concept out loud to an empty room. Or, even better, create questions for yourself and then try to answer them without looking at your notes. This process of struggling to remember is what actually strengthens the neural pathways in your brain. It feels harder, and that's a good thing. If your learning feels a little uncomfortable, it means you're doing it right. Building on that idea, the book is a huge advocate for learning by teaching. Have you ever tried to explain something to someone only to realize you don't understand it as well as you thought? That's the magic of this technique. When you force yourself to explain an idea in your own simple words, your brain immediately exposes any gaps in your understanding. You quickly figure out what you truly know and, more importantly, what you don't. You don't even need a real audience. You can pretend to teach an imaginary student, a rubber duck on your desk, or just record yourself talking. This simple act can dramatically improve your comprehension and long-term retention. As the saying goes, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. This method forces you to achieve that deep level of understanding. Let's talk about memory. How do we make sure what we learn actually sticks for the long term? This is where another powerful strategy comes in: spaced repetition. Most people cram for an exam or try to learn a skill in one long, intense session. And what happens? The brain forgets most of it within a few days. This is known as the forgetting curve. Spaced repetition is the solution. It means reviewing information at increasing intervals over time. For example, you might review something after 1 day, then again after 3 days, then after a week, and then after a month. Each time you review the material, you're signaling to your brain that this information is important and worth keeping. This process systematically moves knowledge from your fragile short-term memory into your robust long-term storage. It's far more efficient and effective than cramming, and it's the secret behind how we remember things for years. Another brilliant concept from the book is the idea of learning in layers. Expert learners don't try to swallow an entire complex subject in one go. That's a recipe for overwhelm and frustration. Instead, they learn in layers. First, they get a very basic, high-level overview of the topic, the big picture. They don't worry about the details. Then they revisit the topic and start adding the next layer of detail. With each pass, they build a deeper and more nuanced understanding. This approach reduces the mental strain and makes even the most intimidating subjects feel manageable. Think of it like painting. You start with a rough sketch, then add broad colors, and only then do you add the fine details and shadows. Learning is not about achieving perfection on the first try. It's about a process of gradual refinement and building knowledge piece by piece. And as you're building these layers, it's crucial to connect new knowledge to old knowledge. Our brains don't store information in isolated boxes. They store it in a vast, interconnected web. New information sticks much better when it's linked to something you already know. Hollins encourages learners to constantly ask themselves questions to build these connections. As you learn something new, ask, what does this remind me of? Where have I seen a similar concept before? How does this relate to my own life or experiences? The more connections you can create, the more mental hooks you're creating for that new information to latch onto. This not only makes it easier to remember, but also gives you a much deeper and more practical understanding of the material. Finally, one of the most important lessons of the book is that lasting success in learning comes from systems, not motivation. Most people wait until they feel motivated to learn, but motivation is fickle. It comes and goes. You can't rely on it. Instead, Hollins suggests building reliable systems and habits around your learning. This means setting up a fixed time to study each day, having clear goals for each session, following simple routines to get started, and scheduling regular review times. When learning becomes an automatic part of your routine, like brushing your teeth, progress becomes inevitable. You no longer have to debate with yourself or wait for inspiration to strike. Your system carries you forward, even on days when you don't feel like it. So the core message of super learning is incredibly empowering. You don't necessarily need more time to learn. You just need better methods. By protecting your focus, learning actively through recall and teaching, reviewing strategically with spaced repetition, and building consistent systems, you can learn anything faster and remember it longer, no matter the subject. Learning is not about innate talent, it's about mastering the technique. If you want to dive deeper into all of these strategies and get a step-by-step guide to applying them in your own life, I highly recommend reading Super Learning by Peter Hollins. It's a game changer. I've put the link to the book in the description below. Go pick it up, start applying these techniques, and unlock your potential to learn smarter starting today. If you found this summary helpful, please give this video a like and be sure to subscribe for more book breakdowns and practical ideas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.